just comfortable to let Wild Oriole lurk on the other side of it. It's more of that C presence right now. Just a bit of that haunt in towards, but it's already been cleared out.
Yeah, the very important thing here to note is that there is no actual sheer wall, right? It does look like Team Secret trying to figure out what's the setup here from Vice. Where have you gone with the sheer wall? Do you have the Razor Vines up? And it's going to be that double Razor Vine. So while Team Secret wanted to get ahead of the curve, we've been talking about it. You really want to get rid of all that util nice and early. They're not going to find the information they want just yet. And Jemkin nice and steady before the Prowler hits. And then there's the backup of the Paranoia. It's good cover.
That's a bit of a tag too. Jesse Vash has to make a choice now, and he's kind of re-peeking back into it. Doesn't spot anyone, so falling back a little bit. I think Envy might have spotted out that sheer wall towards B as well, so that kind of informs their decisions now.
Yeah, the Razor Vine's being popped both from the B and C site. Arcro's now off a cooldown though, so they will have that flash to try to trade. Team Secret, they're creeping in. They will try to get ahead of it, and they're going to be able to swing right in. RRQ waiting to hear noise, and they just weren't aware at all about how many members were in the site.
Two big picks, and Jesse Vash kind of lurking around the back as well. Doesn't spot anyone, but now comes back in to reforge the site. RQ, though, I mean, it's going to be quite a bit of work. They've been spotted out even further, and now it's up to Cushy, a bit of a haunt, and then also Jemkin kind of launch the assault from the back side. Monyet swings out, but unfortunately, Team Secret have marked every single exit, and that's going to be Team Secret picking up the pistol.
Razor Vine. And now that they've already been used, sure, Arcrose is off cooldown. They probably heard it being installed as well. Yeah, they see it, but they're just going to be able to go in and say, let's try to get the kills first. Let's just not let them know until we get contact. And it's a situation looking long range down B main, see if there's any push out. But they already got contact on that Rebel side, so you see calling for that backup. It's a good call from Wild Oreo. They want to wait for that peek out, and they just line right up. It's actually Jesse getting the 2 headshots with the Ghost. They recognize that there might be more, and that will be the 3rd kill for Secret. That should be the round wrapped up. Yeah, you might as well. Sure, the showstopper's nice, but he's already so close. And all right, he won't find the kill, but he'll still get the ult orb, and he'll be happy with that. The rest of Team Secret trying to go on the hunt as well, and Envy should be able to clean that up. Looking nice and crisp today.
The next round.
Yeah, very, very important aspect, being able to have that firepower going into the bonus. We've actually seen quite a few bonus run conversions already this year in Kickoff here at Pacific. When you think that their Sentinel might have to just anchor down a bit more quietly, they're not able to pop off as much because this is a map where it's going to be a lot more difficult to do that just on your own.
Yeah, but so far not really seeing that too much. It is that aggressive play from 2GE straight into the A side, taking down Cushy already. Down to just Jemkin to defend and hold, and he's trying to do just that. Crouched in, and he gets the spray! 2 kills down, now continuing to look for the next, but 2GE, along with his teammate, will come in for the pinch.
Really good heads up on that double swing. You expect him to try for it, but to just hold down the spray and the transfer, Monyet already in the smoke, 3v1. If they can carry through with all 3 rifles and maybe no armor lost, okay, Monyet takes a hit, but still, they're going to be able to carry through with enough firepower into the next round. Meanwhile, for Team Secret, again, it's the bonus fully carried over, so not too much lost after that spike plant.
Yeah. Truly kind of just all Jemkin. 2G, the first shot was great. But down to this last one, I mean, Jemkin just kind of noted where they would be coming from, heard the footsteps, and was prepared for the trades as well, and just getting them lined up with that little burst. And Team Secret will be backing off away from it.
Yeah, they did draw out one of the Razor Vines, so that's going to be a good sign. This time they're just going to try to go for the Razor Vine. It is going to slow down everybody else after that sheer wall as well. So just a showstopper in. the Raze just onto the site, but he will be able to wait.
It's the Nightfall as well, though, so that does buy a little bit more time. Thanks to that, sheer wall now down. The team can rendezvous back into the site, regrouped all together. But at the same time, RQ has read this, and they are fully prepared. But this is a fight that TS is taking. Envy starts things off. The showstopper coming back in. Monyet alongside Jemkin now continuing to push out. There's a lot more pressure. Team Secret needs to watch their backs, and 2G is able to launch the full frontal assault. 3 players down. Monyet towards the back. The spike has been planted, and it's up to Monyet to complete that retake. TP's through, and 2GE gets the right position, shoots him in the back of his head. 4 kills in the round.
Step, but 2GE just read him like a book. Controllers know each other, and 2GE a little bit of poetic revenge here against his former team, being able to take down Monyet. And if he didn't hold down this corner, if he didn't hold down elbow, the round looked like it was over. It was such a good showstopper from Jemkin, recognizing that they are this much pressure. Team Secret, you have to suspect, yeah, going for the close clears. They already spot one on Mound. But are they aware of how many there are? It's a good paranoia. Nowhere to go for Xvero. He's still stuck. It's just going to be a duel. He gets taken down by Jeremy, and there's just not enough room for trades. Without the weaponry, they're just going to try to hide down Jemkin. They don't know yet. He gets 2, shuts him down. There's the paint shows. He's going to throw it, but not able to secure on any more kills just yet.
Yeah, a bit of a lob, and unfortunately Boombot took out Estrella as well. So that's a lot more space for Team Secret right now. In this moment, they can get the spike in. There is a Bulldog on the side of Monette. Is that gonna be enough though?
They already know where the Bulldog's coming from, so really now it comes down to Cushy to have to get a pick. Going to be very hard for Monette to do something else. So it's the paranoia just to be able to plant themselves in. Cushy going for a swing. He doesn't get the pre-fire. Monette gets one.
At the same time, Team Secret just so prepared for it. They always kind of start off the rounds a little bit slow and careful and make these tactically informed decisions. So being able to take the site this way really shows what they're capable of.
What's another situation of also, I think Team Secret until you clear that sheer wall, it doesn't really matter much more anyway, but here comes that Odin, always so very helpful, and a good ping on the hot. Xfero lasers into 2GE. That's going to be the Omen down. He's also been such a thorn in the side of RRQ. So now the map opening up a bit more, a little bit more control over by C-Mount side for RRQ, and the Odin continuing to put pressure.
He's able to pop up that Razor Vine though. Showstopper comes in, immediately deletes Estrella, and alongside that Steel Guard as well, but he gets the classic shot nonetheless. It's all down to it, and still Team Secret have managed to plant the boots somewhat in towards the site. Unless Monette can do something, he's got that smoke up and it blocks off Tree.
But it's Envy. They have no idea that someone has actually slipped through. Can they recognize that they had no information about stairs just yet? Because unless they really clear out Tree entirely, Envy's gonna have a timing. Look at Team Secret, they're waiting. They're waiting for the pinch, and Envy comes in. He gets one. He doesn't know about Monette just yet, and Monette just not able to drag across the screen in time. Once again, another 1v3 on the defense for RRQ.
So tough for Jemkin. Stuck inside the vines as well. He's already gotten pricked by it, so down to 31 HP. And this could be like that single bullet that ends his life. So calling for that save, I mean, it's just a tough situation to be in, but at the same time, so well played by Team Secret for Envy to sneak all the way through in some of that chaos.
And now with that sheer wall tripped as well, it looks like Secret going to be going on the hunt. See if he can get maybe a little bit more. Wild Oreo has a lot of creds to spare, so if you can get Jesse Vash or Envy a little bit more ult doors, try to get another power round in this half, it's gonna feel good. Jemkin very low. He's not aware that they could be so quick on the rotate despite the sheer tripping. Seeing it just that round, and yeah, I hope to see a timeout here from RRQ. If anything, just to slow down the momentum.
Yeah, kind of necessary at this point. You really do feel that way. The current setups, I mean, everything just playing into the momentum of Team Secret at the moment, who are quite prepared and adept at reading some of these possible setups. It's also quite important to really take that space, especially around the doors, the rotating doors, if you're then able to get that pinch. But now onto it.
He needs to get ready to get out of here. Getting the kill is not the important part. He's all alone. There's backup nowhere near. You can't fill that site anymore. And once again, the A site should be opened up. RRQ frantically trying to rotate in. They're going to choose to try to fill the site. This could be dicey, but you've already bought into this round. You have to put everything on the line. Jemkin caught and drop. Jumps over it. Cushy, he's good for one. There's the trade from Jemkin. Both of them, the star players of RRQ, holding the site down. Now reversing it to a 3v1 against Team Secret, and finally getting a second round.
And yet just spotting or noting that it was that many players was the full tell. And at the same time, just having that haunt from Team Secret, you know, they kind of knew where they already were, and Jemkin was able towards the C site, and Team Secret's looking to poke a little bit.
Yeah, Xfero, kind of in a position just for an off angle, a one-timer, and there's the showstopper, just going to be the scout for Jemkin. It works out perfectly, and now RQ resetting. They do have to give up B site for the time being, but you still have that sheer wall on C, so you can just leave that in information. Cushy going to peek out, not quite sure about where to pre-aim. Maybe greeting just a bit. You still have them trapped in B, but look at the position of Monette. He has to take a risky choice of, do I go back into blue room, or am I tucking away right here in the cubby for information on A? He's gonna choose to wait.
Might be a wise choice, but he's gonna receive contact pretty soon.
Surely they check it though. Secret, yeah, they are no strangers here. They're actually just gonna choose. Yeah, trying to mask it. They don't want to take the hit. He's going to peek out. He's already weak. That's the spike drop. Information gained. Paranoia to delay.
Smart plays. But does he know the second player swings out and does get it instead? Down to it. It's just Envy. Slowly out of blue room. Uses the flash to try to get ahead of it. But Monette is just so ready.
I mean, you knew they were wary, but it almost felt that because they wanted to plant Envy still on that B site for the lurk, they just wanted to mask as much information for as long as possible, and that ends up biting them back just a bit. 2GE just looking away, having to cover too many angles while the rest of his team is trying to creep in through that door.
Bit of it was Monyet. RQ still just trying to hold their current positions, and Monyet kind of pivoting back and forth between B and A.
Oh. Here comes the smoke out, the paranoia. I don't know if you use it right away. It's going to be a tough way to peek because there's just too many members. You weren't quite ready to peek out yet. Monyet will be able to equalize with the trade through the smoke.
Just looking for some of those tracer rounds as well, but the Nightfall from Jesse Vash gets sent through. Tries to take a little bit more space, but Estrella was ready. Snakebite in just to hold them back as well. So although the spike is planted, Team Secret might be pinned down on the B side right now.
Yeah, Oreo does have a good position, but he just doesn't have the leash to wrap all the way around, so he's going to hide out in blue room, but it's just an absolute flood of all four members peeking out of the smoke. There's the jump peek, and RRQ will be able to reclaim the site.
You gotta love that jump peek. I mean, firepower was one of those factors, surely enough, to it as well. That jumping peek just kind of threw everything off in that final moment. I mean, Team Secret, not too bad of a round. Still getting the spike down, successful in some of these kills, but yeah, RQ was able to fight back.
That would spell a lot of trouble. So Xfero just trying to fish for more information. As soon as it gets tapped, there it is, the Prowler already destroyed. Trying to use that one way to his advantage. They know about his location, but they don't have a showstopper just yet to try to creep through. They're sending everything at Xfero, but he's so far back, he's not really taking much damage.
He's got the Steel Garden in his pockets as well, right? The Visalt, so
the creep up with the toxic screen. So once again, Team Secret, they recognize that this area going into tree, they still haven't been spammed over from stairs. That's where it's weakest. Finally, eyes turned from Cushy. So Cushy has a lot on his plate right now because he has to gain information both on stairs with the Prowler and still keep his eyes on B site.
Prowler back in towards B. Oh, that's going to be Xfero down, so no more Steel Garden available. The Viper's Pit comes up instead. Monyet instantly coming back in just to support his team, but at the same time, Cushy coming back in just to check if anyone does push upstairs. The Steel Garden instead comes out from Envy, and this does keep RRQ kind of trapped. It's going to be that push out from Monyet, but unfortunately not quite enough. Estrella inside the Viper's Pit, still able to deny the entries, still holding on to that shorty, but the spike goes down nonetheless.
Yeah, the real question is where is Jimkin? 2G's on a mission to try to find out. He's already outside of the pit, up through stairs, and knows that there is no flank, so it has to be coming through heaven or drop. He's already extended that crosshair. He's going to be able to hold a wider angle upstairs. It's a tough position to read. Estrella having to show himself once again. There are the paint shells, but they're not able to clear out tree, and eventually Team Secret, all three members getting one kill each, and they'll be able to finish the round 6-4.
Defense then, but right now, Team Secret really showing that they can, test their plays, test their setups on their defensive half.
Yeah, I do question Monyet pushing into that smoke. Like, I get the idea that you want to hold an off timing. You don't have your guns right now anyway.
Quite a bit towards the A side as well.
And jump peeks and the toxic screen. Jemkin finds a lot of value. He already sees multiple members. He's going to hold them off on tree. He's choosing his fights carefully at the time being. Trying to go for the spam. Now trying to skirt around it. Monyet thought he had a timing, but Team Secret, they're ready for it. They still have their options open. 20 seconds on the clock. Jemkin, he's held this side before. Can he do it? No. Jesse Vash weaves under the bullets. Cushy taken down and traded as well. And Jesse Vash has turned it online once again. He's going to plant the spike. And now another 3v1. Xfero finds one. 1v2, Spike inside the pit. He's creeping up, going for a wraparound. They don't quite expect, but Jesse Vash had the angle. He's gonna...
By Team Secret, baiting out the sheer wall. I mean, even though there was a little bit of a frag, they just pressed that pedal to the metal straight into the A site. There was a little bit of resistance, from Cushy, but that said, still Team Secret noting a lot of the positions that they were playing now, then able to kind of inform.
Being forward, seeing if there's any other reaction. Only one gun heard on the B site, so they recognize it is a bit weaker. This is a good call from Team Secret. There's a showstopper. It's just a 1v1. He knows it. He still gets taken out, but that is the site opened up. Wild Oreo waiting on the flank as well. Such a good round from Team Secret so far.
That's already the site. Monyet, though, trying to get a little bit sneaky, but there are two players marking towards the back of that pillar angle. At the same time, in towards the back of Spawn, it's just going to be Xfero now pushing up. Monyet able to take the one kill, but then getting traded off. Now continuing to push through, burnt down by the snakebite. Oh no!
Yeah, already tagged, decayed, and notified. He's not going to have an option to get out of there. Estrella all alone, but Team Secret, they don't even care where he's at right now because look at the positions they're holding. They can start to pinch in once they hear the spike tap. Has to be mind games all the way through. Estrella, which angle does he check for first? It's such good distractions for Mario, but now he knows the location of both. Half already done. Estrella, it's a fight for time, and they're just gonna run it down. Envy finally gets the kill.
Down to the very final moments as well. I mean, they start things off, you know, he mentioned towards that C. I think they noted that maybe Estrella down towards that off angle, right? There was quite a bit from Team Secret just to keep him hidden in that spot. So possibly maybe just one player on B, and they recognize that that showstopper really broke everything apart.
Oh, they're gonna push out. They're actually expecting this. Jemkin waiting for a re-clear. They are able to get into the door though. Okay, Secret not really gonna challenge that just yet, but look at this, already so much attention on B. There's a paranoid coming up from Blue Room. It does act as huge delay. Envy in position, where's the crossfire? What's the timing call? Envy, does he make it himself? It's gonna be spam first, then peek out from Oreo, but RQ is ready. They've got each other's backs. It's just an absolute mess of a bloodbath, and eventually
Up for a bit of a play outside of C, but as soon as the pistol kills went through, I mean, the initial contact and also the whole team, the whole squad of RQ just swarming the site, taking down Team Secret.
people on the site to cover each other's backs. Doesn't quite work out for Team Secret. Now just down to 2 sheriffs and a shorty. Do have the paranoia just to push them further back. Lots of damage done to Jemkin. That is gonna hurt.
Flash out from Envy though, so again peeking out, a little bit of pot shots, some damage done, not too bad. You know, Jemkin, a lot of these players from RQ quite hurt, and at the same time, Jesse Vash pushing deep into Pillar. Maybe not quite noted. They might have heard something from before, I'm not too sure, but right now, into the corner, has an opportunity. Oh, tucked underneath!
Yeah, gets it with the ghost too. They purposely send him out with the ghost because he's low.
The money man. Right now.
I do like, though, that they've actually switched it up with Estrella now peeking up forward, right? So they still trust in that aim from Jemkin. The shorty, oh, he's been paranoid. He has to back out. Still finds an opening, but it's a good wraparound from Jemkin just in time.
Team Secret, you know, trying to look for what they can get. Uji peeking out, but not quite fine.
Walks through it just a bit. Now the re-clear from Jemkin with low health, and he's actually going to get it.
Yeah, so careful with how Jemkin's doing it as well. I mean, just... he is really such an incredible player. Anticipates possibly, you know, maybe the corner, I gotta check it, and he crouch peeks into it. Just how do you make something like that happen? And
clearing A, especially since their own wall hasn't been tripped just yet. To push out of B, Xfero, he's ready for it, but it's just too many members. And RQ, they don't have much time. Only 30 seconds on the clock, but more importantly, maybe only about 15 seconds before Team Secret gets a sniff of this.
yeah, it's going to be that all-in or nothing towards the C side, but Jesse Vash was ready for the initial hit. The second one as well. Oh, and then the third! Oh, Jeremy from the other side too! Everything that RQ tried.
And Team Secret already, more so than before, they used to just go for jump peaks and info through util, but now with this composition change, now with that Vice, and with the current meta, they're understanding, okay,
closer on towards the A site.
It's a full send with a showstopper, and Team Secret reads it. They're already way outside of sight. They'll even try to delay it with the Razor Vines. And that's really just buying time for the rotations. Look at them holding the line at Stairs and Blue Room so they can all start to launch their retake one at a time. Jeremy hanging back to see if there's going to be any lurks. We'll see exactly how he chooses to break out of it. Monyet takes a lot of damage.
Trying to back off and stay away from him. Oh, the Razor Vine almost ticking away at him, but still able to hold his ground.
Yeah, but they see that the shear wall was triggered off of that gunfire, so they should expect someone in that smoke where Monyet is.
Onto the side though. Bit from the drop. 2G with the spams will take down Jemkin, and that's Monyet down as well. Xfero on towards the other end, but unfortunately not quite able to hold 2GE. Able to sneak in the site and take down 3 players to his name, Team Secret. Another round under their belt.
Really, really good read on the round. You recognize there's so much more space than usual, right? Sometimes you want to say, well, maybe we want to hold on to Heaven at the very least, but they say, no, give him everything. We stand by Stairs and Blue Room by the baby door. And then with Estrella, if he can get a pick, it would be huge. Looks like that's exactly what the plan is, a long-range pressure. Meanwhile, a creep in, but while Dorio, he reads it, he chooses to run away. Great movement. He's just isolating them one by one on a staggered retreat. And you just cannot break through the defense.
Continue to peek into me, says Valdorio. But now as the spike gets tapped, Tresh going for that spam. Jemkin not quite found.
Yeah, spike planted, sure you have that, but it's got to be much better shots right now. Jemkin, he's got to get at least one. Estrella still alive, but there's just too many members for the Guardian. He tries to flick all the way around, but 3 members still left alive. And right there, that mover for Wild Oreo, that's one of the reasons why some of us were so excited to see him enter last year, making that smart choice of saying, you have to continue chasing me if they want to take my weapon, and then it's just going to turn to 1v1s around the corner. Look at him just being well aware after that flash saying, okay, you want to fight me? Go again. And then he isolates the 3rd one. It's just really, really calculated.
Such a cool micro play from the guy himself, of course, to show quite a bit more. But right now, starting things off a little bit slow, closer towards the A side. All the Vice util.
Look at this prep, though. It might even be a double swing off of this util. Look at where the Arc Rose is. They do notice it, so RQ's ready for it. Trying to go. They're going to just try to jump all the way over it together. It's 3 people already in the site, 1 already in tree as well. So good positioning from RQ. But we've seen this before. Team Secret, they've given up that A site before, and they do have that seal guarded. We'll see if RQ can get ahead of it.
Need to try it.
Everybody, that range so big. Weapon advantage here for Team Secret. They're trying to make the timing work for them. There's a seize to delay, trying to get their rifles back. It's back now, coming in from Cushy. Gets 1 kill, delays him. Waiting for the peek out from Monyet. There's the trade. Monyet good for 3. Holds on to tree. 2GE. No audio, but he's still got his crosshairs trained. He eventually gets taken out.
Able to hold off against those peaks. And it's just great plays, great shots coming up from RRQ, right? Quickly, cutting off noise. Team Secret, we're still, being proactive outside of 2GE, just peeking out just to get further information. They quickly rotated on over, but thanks to that cease, thanks for positions around A now, but RQ then kind of pulls out another play out of their playbook closer towards B.
And this should be meant to be a bit of a faster round, looking at where the shear wall is from RQ. You're just afraid of that flank around. You are meant to hit this B site, but can they get through it safely? 2 members in through the Razor, finds a peek out, but he's just getting seized again. Can't quite get past the smoke. Monyet with a good trade as well. Blue room cleared. Boombot's going to open the way for Jemkin. Position pretty decent for RQ, but more importantly, only 2 members left alive for Team Secret.
At this point, might be a save as well. Gonna have to. 2 on 5, and RQ really has everything under lock and key.
I think there's a consideration for a timeout here, just because really both these rounds are getting shut down by the 1 player, Cushy, on the side of RQ. The timings he's taking with that utility, with the ult, with his own peaks, it has really shut down, and it just seems to tell you that Cushy individually, whether the team all has it or not, has the read on the timings and the styles that Team Secret has been taking, the risks they've been taking on when they want to strike back. So I wouldn't be surprised to see it. Obviously, the consideration being RQ doesn't have any more timeouts. You want to give them time to reset as well.
Yeah, so definitely need to consider, if you do want to take that timeout. Right now are also getting cycled up, so there is still an opportunity for Team Secret. Waldorio 1 away from the Viper's pit.
I mean, this is still Team Secret's game. Getting over Rubble, but we're not prepped to fight it, and if I get pressured, that's another gun given over.
Yeah, so keeping it safe for now. You might be able to flood on through, get the spike down, but then you also got to watch out for Team Secret, right? Waldorio 1 away from the Viper's pit. Showstopper on the side of Jeremy as well. There is a potential retake here.
Yeah, the Showstopper's a real big one. Curious to see if Jemkin pushes out, tries to get ahead of it, try to get him on that jump. A lot of raised players trying to counter each other with that. The paranoia, that should let you know that they want to push through. Jemkin just trying to hold them off with the blast pack. He saw it getting popped, and he's actually just going to get away. But what happened? Xpharaoh dies to his own Razor Vines. A little bit of a mishap there, trying to escape from his own utility. Monyet holding close. He's trying to shut down the Showstopper. It gets shut down in the smoke. Now the entry, wide exposed. Monyet taking an off-angle position once again with the shorty. They don't hear it. No, they do. He notices it. Monyet catches 2GE on that shrouded step. 2v2 now between the 2 teams.
At the same time, just continuing to try to hold. Cushy able to take yet another down, and all that's left is just Jesse Bash needing to push through stairs. He's crouched. He gets the kill. It's down to the 1-on-1. Monyet, here's the tap and swings out the headshot to end the round. RRQ.
We got to check the replay again, but I got to assume it's probably off of that nightfall coming through. He's trying to walk through it. Yeah, gets hit by it right at the end. Maybe the decay hitting as well, but either way, rushing out of it. Falls to his own util, but his team is able to hold strong. Monyet, this time, the high-risk fight in the pit. It has to be on Rubble. I set. Crosshairs trained Jeremy, hiding away from it. Does he get it timing? As that screen comes down, he does! And the paranoia is good to hold them off. Now it's a fight for time. Only 20 seconds left for RQ.
Having to push on through. Monyet at least starts it off with the kill, swinging out off the smokes. 15 seconds left. At this point, it has to be all kills, and it's all down to Jesse Vash alongside 2G to hold and defend. He gets the first one, looking for the next. 2G goes down, swoops to the classic, and still lands the right click. Jesse Vash does it all once again!
The 4K with the classic holding, just never pressured Rubble. And that's so much space you have to cover. The paranoia was never drawn out. And Jesse Vash trying to get ahead of the Steel Garden as well. It's just heads up play from Team Secret.
Oh my god. Ridiculous. Look at that.
Oh, at this point, okay, you've pushed out Rubble. Sure, you're going to push and pull, but it's most likely a showstopper onto that C side. So I'm wondering if RRQ, do they go for cutting audio or just a showstopper? It looks like Nightfall already at the ready.
And so quite a bit of a send in through. But you got to watch that time go right out the window. Right now, 20 seconds, continuing to tick. It's just Jemkin with the showstopper trying to create as much space as possible. He managed to do it, so it's the spike down for RQ.
Yeah, he's got to win this fight, though. He doesn't even get one kill. Envy already encroaching onto Waterfall. Cushy getting ahead of it. Once again, does it come down to Cushy to hold on to this site? The shear wall is here to protect off of the backside. Waterfall already creeping in on the retake. Cushy goes down. Monyet down. Estrella trying to hold strong on the site, but it all comes down to Xpharaoh. 1v3 up top on the boxes. The Arcros delays for just a bit.
That smoke, though, so pesky. And he hears the footsteps, tries to get the flick, but not quite landing it. Jesse Vash gets the headshot and closes out the map for Team Secret, 13-9.